I got 20 subscribers. Yay! Thank you so much to everyone who is subscribed. Even though I know it is mostly my family and friends, I wanted to do a little bit of like a get ready with me and talk about myself and my music and my intentions for my channel and all of that. So I want to start posting covers once a week, probably on Wednesdays or Thursdays. And I'm a full-time college student, so I'm gonna try and keep to my word on that. I've always loved songwriting, and I've been doing that since I was like, I literally could walk. I remember my mom telling me once, I was like 3 sitting on my bed in my room, and she came in and heard me singing. I was like, what are you singing? Because she'd never heard it before. And I was like, oh, I'm singing a song I wrote about old people dying. When I heard that, when I was like, whatever age, like 13, when she told me, I was like, and you didn't exercise me with a priest, not at the gym, you know, that kind. I wrote my first proper song when I was like, I've always said 7 because I can't really pin it down what time. But yeah, I've always liked to think of songwriting as my forte because it's what I've done the longest, it's what I feel I do the best. I've always kind of thought of singing and like guitar, piano playing as like the backup to the lyrics. I am a very lyric focused person, like my favorite artist, I should mention that because, I don't know, I love hearing about people's favorite artists. Fiona Apple. Okay, my top 5 this year, very weird mix. We got Isolde. She's a French superstar. I love her, so underrated, 100% independent. That's something I love about artists, when they can do everything by themselves, when they can be self-sufficient. That is like the most inspiring thing to me, because I feel I have to do the same a lot of the time. Being a full-time college student, working part-time on top of that, and trying to do music at the same time, it's hard. Okay, restarting that. Top artists: Isolde, Beyonce, Billie Eilish, Alice in Chains, Doechii. I like music that's different than the sphere that I'm used to, like with my writing specifically. It kind of takes me out of this world of using writing as like a coping mechanism, and kind of like with Doechii's music, for example. I am so beyond obsessed with her right now because my bangs look horrendous, don't look at me. I'm so beyond obsessed with her right now because she just infuses so much confidence into her music, and that's the same thing with Beyonce. Like Renaissance got me through IB exams in my senior year of high school. Oh yeah, I'm a sophomore in college, by the way, so I'm 19. Music is so powerful, and that's, oh my god, I sound so cringy, I need to stop. Anyways, I feel like I should talk about my foundation combo. You can't really see how like it's looking right now, but I do this really cool combo that I figured out because one day I did it and I was like, why is my skin so smooth? I took like a bajillion pictures because my skin was so smooth, so every mirror I saw throughout the school day, I was like, that's my pose, by the way. I use the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. This one's in 2N because I'm pale as fuck. And the Maybelline Eraser, I mix them together. This is in the shade, I think it's like 90, whatever the lightest one is, 99 or 100, because this one's a little bit too dark and this one's a little bit too light, so it's good. I should also talk a little bit about maybe my upcoming projects or what I've been working on. I'll start off with my projects that I have released already. So when I was in my junior year of high school, I released Automatic, and a few months later I released Saturn, which are both streaming on all platforms, by the way. There's links to them on my profile. I can do a little like, maybe lower. Ooh, I can do that. That's cool. I've always wanted to do that. Fun fact about both of the songs is that neither of them use autotune because I don't know how to use autotune on Ableton. And so every single recording that I did was like, it took a million takes. And I won't say that, I'll give myself some credit. It took forever to get things right. But I'm very proud of them because they're both self-produced. I don't know why I did that on my lips, it looks weird, especially in this lighting. But this is all I have in my home right now for blush. It's like a really old Milk makeup one. I look like a clown. Teaser. Automatic was kind of, it took inspiration from my favorite album of all time, The Idler Wheel is Wiser Than the Driver of the Screw, and Whipping Chords Will Serve You More Than Ropes Will Ever Do, by Fiona Apple. She uses all of these like non-conventional items as percussion in her songs, especially the song, I think, Periphery and Anything We Want were really inspiring for me in that regard. The basis of Automatic is the process of feeling like you're gonna throw up. Whenever I would work out in my last few years of high school, which I've always been a big athlete, like I did varsity soccer, varsity basketball, I did swimming, I did all of this stuff. I did track, I did badminton at one point for like, I don't know what reason. But I did all these sports. And then when I get to my last few years of high school, when I get really stressed, I just started throwing up every single time I did cardio. And I thought this would go away, but then a few days ago, I just did cardio for the first time in a while, threw up in the first 5 minutes. Really annoying. And I don't have a heart condition, they checked. This is TMI. Got the e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour. Ooh. But yeah, that song's about the progression of throwing up. My favorite part is like the little interlude in the middle of it. I tried to emulate that feeling when you're gonna throw up and you're just like, it's coming. Because like that's the first lyric. Ooh, the feeling's coming on. That's my impression of me singing my own song. Thank you, thank you. And then the end of the song is like this big kind of like, oof. The chorus, double speed. A lot more harmonies, a lot more high, like screaming kind of. It's this release of all of this tension, this built up tension, which is like the act of throwing up. For my second song that I've released, Saturn, I really like the concept of this one. It's more complex, but I'm very proud that I came up with it. I was listening to the song The Grudge by Tool, and it kind of uses this like idea of Saturn devouring his child throughout. That one Francisco Goya painting really has stuck with me for a long time, and so I recognize that immediately in the song. And talking about like how holding grudges will consume you. So my take on Saturn devouring his child for this song is seeing someone you love hurting or in pain or struggling in any way and wanting so bad to help them and going to such great lengths to help them because it hurts you to see them in so much pain, and you start thinking about yourself more than you start thinking about them, and it becomes this act of selfishness, but you don't recognize that because in your head you're like, oh, I'm helping them, I'm making them better. And that's where Saturn is like devouring his child in love because he thinks, oh, this is gonna help my child, but in fact he's just killing him. There's this one lyric that's like, selfless, you will find him quite selfless for you, though you might find it selfish, darling, that's just what you do. And I feel like that kind of encapsulates this narcissistic kind of nurturing kind of anti-hero in the song, and I really love it for that reason. Okay, I did my lip liner because I can't talk and do that at the same time, but I've been using this little NYX one. What's it called? Brown. I like to use the Huda Beauty one in rich brown sometimes when I want a darker lip look, and these are my favorite lipsticks. This is the Ilia one in Amber Light, and obviously Rum Raisin Revlon. Those are my favorites. I'll use this one right now. I am such a lipstick girl. Like, you will not catch me without lip liner, and probably not without lipstick, but without lip liner, not happening. I just love how it makes me feel like, ooh, like I've done something to kind of like elevate myself. And I wear makeup every day, not out of insecurity, but because makeup's always been such a fun like way to express myself, express my creativity, and it's so ingrained in my routine now that I will get to my class 15 minutes late because I haven't done my makeup. Like, that's how I start my day. But yeah, moving to present day, I have been working on a lot of music. I have for years, and I haven't released anything since Saturn. And whenever anyone's like, oh, I want to see your music, I'm like, I'm very proud of it, but I feel like what's kind of in my profile now isn't a full range of what I have to offer, especially in terms of writing. And so I'm really, really excited to start, releasing some of my new stuff. But it's hard when, you have to do everything yourself, or reaching out for help because you, physically cannot do some things. Like, with production, I feel like sometimes there's only so far I can go before, you know, I have to just hand it off to someone else, like with mixing and mastering. And I have handed off one of my projects to a producer, one that I am totally in love with. I love the writing, I love the concept, I love the feel. So I'm really excited for that one to release. And I'm working on a full-length project based on kind of the same concept in Saturn, which I don't want to reveal too much. But then when I'm like in my head, I'm like, I don't want to reveal too much. Again, it's like to just my family and friends who have already told everything to. So, but I like that air of mystery. And I have all these ideas for visuals and a lot of visuals already done. Just need to finish the songs and release them, but that's my goal for 2025. And for a long time I was saying, oh, 2026 will be my year, 2026 will be my year, I'm not ready for 2025. And I need to like cut that out, because one of the things I'm working on is allowing myself to be more confident, because I think in my head I'm like, I know all of these things, like I know my self-worth, I know that the music I make is good, I know that people enjoy it. I can really get in my head about, you know, the tiny details. I think with algorithms and TikTok music especially, it seems like a lot of times there's only one way to make mass appealing music, and it's not my goal to make mass appealing music. My goal is to make the music that makes me feel good and I feel like other people can resonate with. But it really gets to me because I feel like I will never find success in it if I don't appeal to mass people. But I'm really thankful for the people around me who are like, you know, if you are just doing you, people will find that and resonate with it. And that is my goal for 2025, to just kind of brush all of that away, be confident in who I am, which is much easier said than done. And there's a lot of work that goes into that statement to be able to achieve that output. But, you know, I'm ready to make the changes. I'm getting a break now, which is good. I'm talking way too much about my life for people who already know me. But yeah, let me finish my makeup. Tarte Tubing Mascara, Love. Elf Shadow Stick, and Copper Chic, that I like to use on my nose and like under my eyes. Like that. And then I just blend it in. And my favorite eyeliners are these. Well, this isn't the real cap, I just put it on this because if I put it in my makeup bag, the black gets everywhere. But they're these black and brown Wet n Wild pencils I got from Walgreens for like 99 cents. And that is it for my makeup today. Wow, this is natural lighting. This is in how I normally do. I normally do my makeup standing up and in this whack lighting, but I don't know, I've had years of practice at this point. But yeah, thank you so much for being one of my 20 subscribers if you are, and for watching this video to the end if you are, or if you aren't, regardless. I appreciate all the support I get, whether I have 2 subscribers, 20,000, I don't know. I'll always be very grateful for any support I receive, because my art is like my little baby coming from my soul and my life and my experiences and how I perceive the world, and it means a lot to me that other people resonate with that or enjoy it, or I don't know, look up to me in any way. I always like to give back, so thank you. Have a nice day.